To another edition of Yesterday in Sports Weekend Recap Edition. Let's take a look back at the scores and stories from over this weekend. We had a full weekend wrapping up the NFL Combine. On Friday, we had defensive backs and tight ends participate in the drills. Here are the biggest risers and standouts. For the defensive backs, there were a few notable performers. Michigan defensive back Mike Sainristil solidified himself as a second-round pick after putting up great numbers across all drills. And Clemson quarterback Nate Wiggins also put up a blazing fast 4.29 40 time before going out with an injury scare. Expecting to remain in the first round though. For the tight ends, top prospect Brock Bowers did not participate in most drills. Still going to be a top 10 pick overall. But Penn State tight end Theo Johnson dominated the tight end drills to solidify himself as a tight end 2 or 3 in this year's draft. And that's including a 4.58 40 time for him. Saturday saw the offensive skill players compete. However, many of the top guys sat out and are just going to participate in the pro days. So, there's a good chance for everyone else to kind of stand out and make the case. And boy, did we have a standout. Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy far and away stood out as the biggest winner as he put up the fastest 40 time in combine history at 4.21 seconds. 4.21 seconds. It's insane. South Carolina quarterback Spencer Rattler also had himself a pretty good day throwing the ball. It makes him a strong case to be as the top guy in the next best group of quarterbacks in this year's draft. Sunday wrapped up the combine with the big boys up front competing. And man, is it a great year to need a lineman. Notre Dame tackle Joe Alt is a clear-cut number one guy after again putting up great performance and just great tape as well. There are a lot of other great riders as well, including Amarius Mims, J.C. Latham, and Talise Fuaga. Next up is the draft in April. Johnny Manziel decided to make a stand against the Heisman Trophy Saturday. In a tweet he put out, Manziel stated that he will no longer be engaged with the Heisman Trophy ceremony until they honor Reggie Bush, his Heisman back, after it was stripped for him for an outdated rules and reasoning regarding signing autographs for money, which makes sense because now you get paid for looking at someone as a college athlete. The tweet from Manziel sparked great conversation on if Bush should get his award back or not. What do you guys think? Reports started swirling over the weekend that the NCAA Rules Committee is expected to vote and pass up a couple big-time changes to modernize the college game. The 3 changes are to add coach-to-player helmet communication, like they do in the NFL, to better help play calling. The next change follows along those same lines, as they are looking to add the use of tablets on the sidelines and at halftime to review previous plays in the game in live action. And it's another system's already in the NFL that should have been in college for a while now. And lastly, the committee is going to vote on adding a 2-minute warning at the end of the first half and second half, which to me is just a cash grab to sell more advertising. It slows down the game way too much, but it's going to be more money for the NCAA. Nonetheless, we should see how this vote pans out. Lastly, over the weekend, the NCAA officially has a new all-time leading scorer across both men and female Division I basketball. Iowa guard Caitlin Clark finally broke Pete Maravich's 53-year-old scoring record of 3,667 points in a college career. Clark tied and broke the record on a pair of free throws right before halftime in her game Sunday during her last regular season home game. Clark etches her name in the history books, and honestly, who knows if that record's going to be broken in another 50 years or not. Well, that's all the news and stories from this past weekend. See you guys next time.